because you act this way. I have 5 words to say. Oh, you're so thin-skinned, yeah. Oh, you're so thin-skinned, yeah. Oh, you're so thin-skinned, yeah. When you cry the blues, say it's all fake news, playing on people's dreams, or the real. That's why you try to be a selfish babe. So thin-skinned, yeah. 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 So thin-skinned.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody is very well. Yes, I just found with this song rather apt. It's another one of my old ones. I wrote it. I think it was around the time when he was becoming the president. Oh, and let's just say, let's just say he's not really changed much, does he? But hello, everybody. Hope everybody is very, very well. That was you could say that was during my time when I was sort of like you could say I was in the middle of using a fantastic box for for my electric guitar, and had a little bit of fun with my what you'd call my new bass guitar as well, with a bit of a drum loop. So that was what you very, very, very enjoyable, to say the least. But anyway, just give me a quick second. How is everybody tonight? Get myself all organised now. Right. How is everybody? Hope everybody is very, very well. Oh, good evening, Stephen Bank here. Yeah, yep. Mrs. is very well, and everybody is very well. Good evening, Ruth Guthrie. And no problems. You listen away, my good friend. Yes, I know. I'm sorry about that statement, but it's just an old song that I wrote good. I think it was it around the time when he became president, or maybe before. So it's judge how old it is. Real. Good evening, Reagan Elite. Hope you're well, my friend. If you're not subscribed to my friend Reagan Elite's channel, please do. Always excellent live streams. He would give me the great pleasure of inviting me onto one of his live streams where he was talking to some weirdo in the dark. Oh, feel sorry for Reagan Elite there. But other than that, it was a fantastic conversation and thoroughly enjoyed it, and get the opportunity to do again, be more than happy to. But good evening, Simon says. Hope you're well. And hope family is very well as well. And let's see if there's anybody. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Good evening, Falafel. Hope you're well. Cheers for that, Stephen. Yeah, it was. So my music taste, it can go from a bit of punk to a bit of folky and all that. Get me an electric guitar and a what they call it, a foot pedal, I think they call it nowadays. I've forgotten. It's a while since I've used it. It's a while since I took out my electric guitar either as well. But yeah, it was when he became the president, and the term thin skin come out, and I just pulled out a couple of power notes, and you just work from there. But yes, you were at Reagan Lake chatting with a vampire. I'm sad to say, but anyway, let's get into this anyway. This is I always enjoy a bit of a Friday frolic, me, because it's something that it's something like we're welcoming the weekend, and it's something I enjoy where we just have a good giggle at people who shouldn't be taken seriously. Hello, Captain Bart Roberts. Rabbles? Well, what am I? Get my teeth in Captain Bart Roberts. Hope you're well. I'm very well. But this, I just couldn't resist having a little natter about this, because there's a number of things that I'm saying here and that I just found hilarious. But this is absolutely priceless in it. I find it mysterious. What's the fascination with Liz Truss? Because there's nothing about her, is there? There's nothing really of interest. But when I watched this, I just fell about on the floor in dog sitting. Yes, because I found this absolutely hilarious on a number of occasions. It's like the lettuce Liz is wearing a lettuce dress, and the guy who's supposed to be interviewing her, my God, doesn't he look incredibly interested, doesn't he? You could tell he desperately wants to be there, but and you can tell she's losing the room here in a minute.
I support Trump and I want him to win. I'm coming to the next question. But I think it's what I was saying a bit about incumbents. I think the average American is not doing well.
How would she know? Also, you tell she was losing the room, wasn't she? Because as soon as she mentioned Trump, that's it, brought him back in. He still doesn't look interested, but this is just brilliant.
Do you vote on? I think it was Bill Clinton's advisor who said it's the economy's stupid. So I think that he will probably win.
It's a fantastic engine, isn't it?
I've got a load of Trump questions, by the way. But what?
I've no idea where that's come from.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Liz Truss. That's not funny. That is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely brilliant. Bye.
I
Oops.
support.
But, so it seems to me that on the second occasion, the lettuce outlasted Liz Truss. Now, I'm sure I heard somewhere. Now, I could be wrong, and hopefully somebody in the chat might put me right on this. But I heard that those that turned up were charged £16.50 to listen to our lettuce Liz Truss talk absolute undiluted twaddle. Yeah, I totally agree, Steve Bank. It's still funny, no matter how many times you watch it. It's just hilarious. And like, I've seen one or two people, when they say they defend Nigel Farage for when it happened to him, he just carried on, and she's off, and you just think, what are you doing? Where you going? If it's true that these people said paid £16.50 to listen to this absolute nutkit, and she's not called the human hand grenade for nothing, is she? She's just unpopular, and judging by the sound of who's in the audience, it doesn't sound as though there's a right lot in there, is there? And yes, I just thought absolute genius. Because let's put it this way, that engine must be quiet, because for not to even hear it, and even mostly all the way through, the guy, he's hands in pockets, clearly doesn't really want to be there, does he? He just finds the whole evening boring as anything. You could tell she's losing the room, isn't she? Good evening, DW. Hope you're well. Farage knows how to work a crowd. That he does. I think we can give him that. He knows his audience, doesn't he? He knows how to pander to his cult. And yeah, and Truss can't work at all. And remember that film, that bit of footage where she couldn't even work her way out of her room, let alone work a door, could she? Remember she was doing a pitch to be a leader, to be Prime Minister, and then they had to guide her out of the whole room. That was just hilarious. But she's just, there's nothing about her, and I just don't understand what's the fascination with her, because she's just useless, isn't she? And wow, and just and like, even in America, about as popular as herpes over there, wasn't she? Nobody, Lizzo, huh? Never heard of her. But anyway, as I say, I think you'll know that I'm a bit of a fan of these lyrical whacks, and to never miss an opportunity to take the rise out of our lettuce Liz. There's this little genius, Looney Tunes. It's all a short bit.
And here's my new book. Sorry. That's all, folks.
I saw that not long after that happened, and I just couldn't help myself, because I just you mean you missed that one where she got pranked by led by donkeys, Captain Bart Roberts? Oh, you missed a treat, my friend. Absolute brilliant. I just love the way it just quietly went down and nobody noticed. Even she didn't notice and say, that's not funny. Absolutely, totally true. Isn't funny. It's absolutely hilarious, and storms off. to from what I can gather, to a bit of an applause, because they thank God for that. I paid £16.50 for this utter crud and nonsense. But and I've got a Disney watch, and that's the alarm tune. Yes, falafel looks like a very thin, not more more a pamphlet than a book. Yeah, 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 it will be, won't it? But yeah, absolutely hilarious. But this is something I wanted to show because I thought this was a bit interesting. It's like, this is former Trump WH press deputy press secretary Sarah on Trump. I think he feels this election is slipping away from him, and that's where you're beginning to see him spiral and cling onto these conspiracies. And I just found this very interesting. What people who work with him and what they're saying, very interesting.
I think that he feels this election slipping away from him. And that's where you're beginning to see him spiral and cling to these conspiracy theories, as you noted, with the AI-generated crowds, which obviously can be easily disproven. And despite him claiming that there's this photo with, no reflection of the crowd.
Don't feel like you have to explain it.
I know. It's insanity, though. It truly is. And there will be people out there that will believe it, though, because he's pushing it. And that's what happens when he gets desperate, is he pushes these conspiracy theories. And not just this one. It's him kind of leaning into Kamala Harris's racial identity, or him even going after and attacking the popular governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, and his wife. These are not winning campaign messages, but that is what he does when he feels like he's under attack, is he uses these kinds of lines of defense that don't make much sense for campaigning. I can assure you that his campaign team is telling him to talk about policy. They want him to go out there and talk about the economy and immigration and things that voters actually care about. Because I can assure you that none of these things that he's talking about in his rallies or his Truth Social posts are things that are top of mind for most voters.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. and I've got a bit of a Daily Show clip. Yeah. Anyway, good afternoon, Harry Ballsack. Hope you're well. Trumpy got his dentures in. Good evening, Mad Monk. Hope you're well. You're well. Hope you're very well. But I just found that little clip interesting because you can tell he's losing it, isn't he? He just can't let go of Biden, can he? Just cannot let it go, can he? And I think that was very, very interesting. As somebody who's on the inside, isn't she? And that's George Conway. And he's done a lot of stuff, and is he still married to that lunatic Kellyanne Conway? If he is, that must be an interesting dinner table conversation then. But yeah, that is interesting because you can tell he's sort of like losing it, isn't he? Because as soon as you mention the crowd sizes she's getting, he proper gets very, very defensive, and clearly the weird jibe has got to him as well, hasn't it? But see if I can find, there was something I wanted to. Oh, this is priceless. This is utterly priceless. Oh, this is hilarious. What this is, yeah, Trump-Harris debate will be epic. Yes, it's going to be very, very interesting, isn't it? He won. Yeah, he never had it, and Stormy says that's a small mushroom. Getting divorced is part of the Lincoln crowd, yes. But this is brilliant. This I get the feeling this is old, but I think this is how these debates should be done, on the spot, fact checking and then just ripping them to bits. I watched this and I thought this was brilliant.
In Colorado's 3rd district, we did have a very close election, but we also had 50,000 Republicans not show up to vote.
So just to be clear, Ms. Boebert, you blame Republican voters for the fact that you nearly lost a safe seat and not your own conduct. Ms. Boebert, you're running an ad right now that says deport
funnier.
them all. Describe in detail how you see mass deportation playing out in the cities and towns of the 4th Congressional District.
First of all, having over 10 million illegal aliens coming into our country in under 4 years, this is unprecedented.
I'll note that you didn't make any attempt to answer the actual question, which is who should be doing this? You introduced articles of impeachment against the president for his handling of the border. That move was blocked by Republican House leadership.
Pardon me, please. Sent to committee. It was not blocked.
It was blocked by sending it to committee, so you didn't get the full House vote that you wanted.
No, I
so
did get a full House vote, and it was
I apologize.
Sent to
this is going to be a long evening if you speak over the facts. Okay.
Say it right.
So a question for everybody up here. A question on this for Mr. Sonnenberg. You have also called for mass deportations, and let's talk about that economic impact.
Absolutely. I would use the police. I would use the National Guard. Those people aren't the ones working. Those people are the ones causing the crime to go up in Denver and the area around. Imagine, if you will.
Do you have any evidence to support that? Because law enforcement has not put that forward. I'm just curious where you're getting that causation. How would that work if the National Guard or the military were to come into Douglas County where you live and start rounding people up?
I think that it is time that we take it very seriously for what it is.
Would you like to answer the question?
I will, because I do
think
somebody
Mr. Holtorf, you've been interrupting people constantly. I would ask you to stop. Ms. Flora, could you please answer the question?
Yes.
Bringing an out-of-state National Guardsman or the U.S. military in Douglas County, do you feel like that would work?
And we also, by the way, have to stop the President of the United States from suing border states who are doing their own work.
We're going to move on. The question was about the actual work of rounding people up in Douglas County, but we took a couple tries at that. Ms. Boebert, this session of Congress is on track to be one of the least productive in history in terms of the bills passed. Your Republican House colleague Andy Biggs said, "We have nothing to go out there and campaign on." Another House Republican, Chip Roy, said the Republican majority does not have one material, meaningful, significant accomplishment. And that's what the Republicans are saying. I would give you one more opportunity if you would like to answer his question, which is the number of bills you've prime sponsored that have been signed by the president.
So my Pueblo Jobs Act has been signed into law.
A number, please.
That is one.
Got it. Ms. Flora, you've called on all parents to pull their children out of public elementary and middle schools. And last week, the Colorado Republican Party told parents to pull their children out of all public schools. If parents were to take your advice seriously and pull all the kids out of public schools, what would America without a public education system look like?
That's a great question.
The situation, Kyle, is I'm very proud of the work that I've been doing on school choice.
Okay. I was hopeful for an answer about what would happen if folks followed your advice and pulled all the kids out of public schools, but we'll leave that for another conversation. You resigned your position as House Minority Leader after your drunk driving arrest surfaced this year. And my question is not about what you did while drunk, which for anybody who missed it was speeding up I-25 at 90 miles per hour so fast a trooper thought that you were trying to race him. Then you reached for your gun during the traffic stop. You asked the trooper to call the State Patrol's lobbyist. Then you asked him to keep the arrest out of the media. My question to you is about what you did while sober. You did not disclose your drunk driving arrest to your Republican colleagues when they were considering you for leader and electing you. What does that tell voters about your judgment?
Well, thank you, Kyle, for that. I mean, I should not have done it.
Was it a mistake not to tell your colleagues when they were considering you for leader, knowing that you had something so big and embarrassing in your recent past?
Yeah,
You told a State House colleague who had lost his son in the Aurora Theater shooting that he needed to let go of his son's murder. You called a legislator of color buckwheat during a floor debate. You suggested that people with disabilities are like people who took the risk of running with the bulls in Pamplona. And you suggested that Miss Boebert dresses like a prostitute. Do you regret saying any of those things? And why do you talk to people like that?
See, it's that last statement right there. Why do you talk to people like that?
Absolutely. Why do you talk to people like that? Oh, that was, when I watched that was just absolutely epic. Yeah, Happy Ballsack. Yeah, Harry Ballsack. Yeah, oh dear, is this the shaped and blunder girl booze burb? Yes, and she got right royally. Oh, well, they all did, didn't they? Yeah, Boba, true crazy. Yeah, she's proper one of the loans, isn't she? Good afternoon, or baby, good evening, Liam Vickerman. Hope you're very well. Yeah, an adult master debater. Spot on. I thought he was just absolutely fantastic. And couldn't resist the joke, and I love this guy. He's taking no BS. He was not having any of the nonsense of just talk waffle as long as I possibly can, you know. Yes, a Cocoa Club having a mass debate, yeah. Absolutely, Reagan elite, totally agree. He's just asking questions. DW, this is incredible. Yeah, didn't it just? Yeah, totally agree, Liam Vickerman. Savage. Yeah, I loved it. It was brilliant. Absolutely top class. Good. Is it good evening? Good day? No, God, I need to get me time thinking going on here. It could be. I think it will probably be evening, won't it? Because as somebody who enjoys watching the Ashes, even when I can, when they're playing it over in Australia, I usually it could be. Oh, what am I talking about? Good. Hello there, stoned as us. Hope you're great, Pommies. How's it going? I'm very well. Hope you're very well. And good afternoon, my friend Paul Darby. Hope you're well. Yes. Robert's brain. Yes. Oh, it's 2 a.m. 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, I bet it will be. Yeah. I bet you. Yeah, because like some of the times I'm in Australia when I was watching the Ashes, more often than not, us Poms getting an absolute caning. I'll be up at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Then when it come at 5 o'clock, thinking, what the hell am I doing here watching us getting absolute mullered again? But yes, I just loved that. That was just, I maybe save that for later. Maybe save that because that is a beautiful story. This is just brilliant. Mark Cuban, I actually started off supporting Donald, then I got to know him. And this is just brutal.
It's ethics. The man told Mike Pence not to certify the election. The man called the Secretary of State, or was it governor? I forget, and asked for 11,072 votes. The man has stolen from more hardworking Americans.
You were against Trump in 2016, though. You were against Trump in 2016.
Right, but he was unethical then, and he's still unethical.
And in 20, right.
That's right, but that's the whole point. I actually started off supporting Donald, and then I got to know him better.
When did you support him?
Like 2015, I was like, he's great. He's he's not a typical Stepford candidate. I thought that was a positive.
I would think that's a positive, right? A business guy who's pretty practical,
but then I got to know
not
him.
ideological.
Then I got to Trump University, Trump Soho, stole $4 million from a friend of mine that had sued to get it back. Mike Pence, 40 out of 44 people.
Just take a look at the 4 years, because each of these are just going to be separate sort of personal attack rabbit holes. Look at the country in those 4 years.
No, they're not personal attack rabbit holes. They're legitimate things that actually happen.
So do you think the country, do you think the economy prospered and border crossing issues were far better under Donald Trump under those 4 years than they've been in the last 4 years? You disagree on that premise too?
No, because if you look at border crossing, what was Obama's nickname? The deporter in chief. Mm-hmm. If you look at actual crossings, they were lower under Obama, and when Obama came in, they were higher, and he continued to lower them until the last couple months. On the economy, Obama took a fucked up economy and improved it, and Trump inherited that, right? And actually, inflation grew by 25% under Trump over Obama. The one certainty about the office of the President of the United States is the complete uncertainty, that you have no idea what comes next. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, and so in my mind, and I think a lot of people's minds that oppose Donald Trump, is that you want somebody there that is educated on the world, but more importantly, just is ethical, right? So that they make ethical decisions. You want somebody when there is no precedent, it's never happened before. You want somebody that has hired not people who are most loyal, like Tony Soprano might have done, but hired the very best people. And those people want to stay and work for them, not that they're loyal. You want somebody whose first inclination is not to do what's in their own best personal interest.
So
right?
Can I just say—
You can't deny that's Donald Trump.
I'm
It's just like a CEO of a company. would you hire somebody that has a long history of stealing from people, of being unethical?
I'll tell you,
would not, and you know it.
Is Donald Trump a perfect person? No, he is not. Am I a
No,
perfect
we're not
person?
talking about
I'm not.
minimal
Are you a
imperfection.
perfect person?
No,
You're not.
no.
But we have to
We're
ask
not talking
ourselves,
about
who's the actual best
have
president
you ever stolen
between the
money?
choices we have right now? I've never stolen money from anybody, no.
Either have I. Right? Have you ever had a company?
I have no evidence to say that Donald Trump has either.
Oh, I do for sure. Ask Barbara Corcoran, right? You know, she had to sue to get her money back. Ask anybody from Trump University. Ask people who bought condos in Trump Soho. Ask people from, Trump Foundation that gave money there. Ask people who are giving money today, and he's using that money for his legal fees. So, this isn't like a little discretion. This is a habit.
Mark,
that's why I can't support him.
Look,
you were talking about ethics. You would not. Have you ever told any of your employees to short pay a vendor just to try to save some money? No. Either have I.
Oh, ouch. I thought he was absolutely brilliant and everything. I've forgotten his name now. His name escapes me, but I know he was trying to run for nomination one, and I don't know why, because in a party that is clearly very racist, I think I would have had more chance of getting the nomination than this guy. But wasn't he absolutely brilliant, absolutely spot on, But before we go, but yeah, hello, number 3. Hope you're well. And Billy Kershaw, my running mate. Yes, my good friend. Yes, my good friend, running mate. Billy Kershaw. Yes, this is the Friday Frolic where we're just going to have a bit of a good giggle and welcome in the weekend and have a bit of a giggle at people who shouldn't be taken seriously. But yes, let's have a little listen. How's your medical there? Well, it's always a little bit dodgy when it comes to getting us prescriptions, because I say me and my wife, we're on tablets for the rest of our lives due to hypertension and mine's due to my mobility. It's not the best, but yes, as Simon says, if they go low, we go high. Educated and Trump, the two things that don't exist in the same space. Spot on, totally agree. I've just had my nose licked by a dog. Bit of a surprise. I can imagine Will being Captain Bart Roberts. Yes, I'm trying out, but it's a few days early. Oh dear. Farage idolises Trump. He certainly does, doesn't he? He seems to think he's this strong man, but many times with it. For me, when I look at him, he just reeks of insecurities. That's what he seems like to me. Trump was asked if he'd ever asked God for forgiveness, and surprise, he said no, because I've nothing that needs forgiven. Yeah, don't surprise me. Yes, epilepsy. My brother, he suffers from epilepsy as well, so I know what you mean. It's dog sitting on my better half. Kind of dog have you got, Captain Bart Roberts? We used to have a Patterdale. Loved her to bits. But yes, he did. So many, he couldn't quote one. Frottage doesn't idolise Trump. It's all, you could possibly very well be right there, because maybe you could have a point there, actually. Because I think he sees the grift, doesn't he?
I think that he feels this.
But anyway, this is something that really, really annoys me, and it's because it annoys me because you always get these people who are living down south who seem to have this strange notion that well, you can spot where they get their how can I put it, their news from. Clearly, this is somebody who's clearly proper down the rabbit hole, and you can tell when you know you've got a live one when she says 3 little words.
I don't agree with rioting necessarily, but the government wants to open its eyes and see what is going on. They know what is causing all these problems. Why don't they do something about it? The people of this country don't feel they're being protected or listened to, and that's why they are now rioting.
This young lady is absolutely brilliant, because she does the old Nigel Farage thing. She just starts asking questions. Brilliant. And you could tell starts getting absolutely annoyed.
And they've tried the other avenue by voting Labour in. That didn't work. They've tried other things and it's not working. And they just feel, I mean, what's about these no-go areas where we're not allowed to go? And
bingo! No-go zones. Now, the reason why I found that annoying, because I hear it often when I hear these people. It's my city that usually gets dragged into it. And as somebody who's lived in my city for all my life and been all over the place, been up and down my city, if there are such things as no-go zones, my football ground is in the middle of a Muslim community. So that must mean I cannot go and watch my football team, which I will be doing tomorrow anyway, and it annoys me. and when she starts asking questions here, she's absolutely brilliant.
And wanting to bring.
What are the no-go areas? What
the
areas
no-go
no-go?
areas? The Muslim areas where we as white people are not allowed to go into.
Why are you not allowed to go there?
Because it's run by the Muslims, and they say they don't want the white people in there.
What Muslim people have said no white people are allowed to come here? Whereabouts?
I don't know, but it's a well-known fact that there are certain areas in this country which are no-go areas to the indigenous people of this country.
The indigenous people? What would you call an indigenous British person? Not a Muslim?
Well, not necessarily that, because some of them are probably born in this country, I suppose. The same with some Christians are born in this country and other countries. But I'm saying
Navina,
they want fair play.
Navina, I get unlucky with my job. I get to travel all over the country, and there's nowhere I've been where there were signs up, or I ever got the feeling, or somebody told me that I wasn't welcome. I genuinely have never found a no-go zone in the country, and it upsets me that you feel that there might be places where you feel you can't go.
Yes, well, it's up north mainly, isn't it, where all the trouble goes, you know.
I spend half my week in the north of England. I spend half my week in the north of England, and I genuinely have never come across that. I've been welcomed wherever I go.
Okay, then again, the media is lying to the British public, then, aren't they?
Navina, thank you for your comments.
Yeah, in other words, I think we'll leave it there. But I'll say when I posted it, I just put, I'm sick to death of my wonderful city of Bradford, because I've heard my city pulled into this sort of stuff loads of times from people, being used in a lie that there is no-go zones by complete racist bell taps. In all my 50-odd years of searching for these no-go zones in Bradford, not found any yet to this day, and I never will do. And that young lady, she was just brilliant. Just like let's just say she got annoyed because somebody was just asking questions. But yeah, love thy neighbour and do unto others who you would have done unto yourself. Yes, would be a good start. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, frottage, hoodwinker, yeah. Totally golden rule. Oh, always a good way to live your life. Yes. Up north, Scotland, but yeah, that's what they say. but he's just utterly. It annoys me because when I hear the no goes up, I hear the term Bradford, so that means as I say, my football team is in the centre of a Muslim community. So that means come tomorrow at 3:00, I will not be able to go. I went exploring a wealthy enclave once and got some suspicious looks. That was a not welcome zone. Yeah. Yes. M2 approaching Dover is a no-go area due to the bags of poo everywhere. Thanks to her mate Farage. Yes. Yes, exactly, Reagan. Like, how dare you ask simple questions? Watford, yes. That was my first line. Some people, as soon as they reach Watford Gap, they get a nosebleed, don't they? Yes. Poo becomes valuable. The poor will be born without arses. Yes. Oh, this is from GBBs. And if you ever want to watch, right, if you want to follow someone on Twitter, it's the GB News Spin Room, and as we all know, GB News anchorman. You can put the W in if you want. Yes, he is just that, asking perfect legitimate questions. Yeah, but Tom Harwood creates a false equivalence between halal meat and fox hunting. This is just priceless.
I wonder, there is. Let's try another comparison. Muslims living in the United Kingdom aren't born with their faith. Now, it's a huge part of who they are. It's held very deeply with them. But they would say that the right to slit the throats of animals in order to produce halal food is protected under the Equality Act. Is that not similar to what we're hearing here with this argument about fox hunting?
I don't think it's similar at all.
You're saying that it's unnecessary fox hunting and all the rest of it, even though it's a deeply held tradition that many people in the United Kingdom believe in. It's also a very deeply held belief for Muslim people that in order to correctly kill an animal, you slit its throat while it hangs. Now, a lot of animal rights activists...
Yeah, all that nonsense. Yes. Yes. You just stole me thunder there. Stoned in us. Yes. Because I decided to have a little look in. See if it's still there. Let's have a little look. Yes. Yes, is there. It's like, so, what about the questions? What about the question? Do you object to? Tom Harwood put. Both are actions criminal. Both are criminal actions. Animal rights activists object to. Both are deeply held cultural practices amongst the particular communities. I'm not making a value judgment. I'm asking if there's a difference. What do you think the difference is? And it's just basically he's doing the Farage, and because like GB Zoo Spin said, one is a cultural practice based on protected religious characteristics and often with pre-stunning of the animal. The other is ruthless barbarism for sport. Yes, and somebody then just puts in, why is kosher slaughter never mentioned? Boom. And so right, because what? Yeah, and yeah, exactly. They recommend kosher is just as bad, and this is what. Yeah, I suppose in a way they do, but why did you just pick on halal meat and stuff like that? Very odd. And that's the reason why. Thank God I don't watch much GBBs. Because I've got to say, I couldn't be bothered watching all that nonsense. Especially with dildo. Like, oh, this is classic. All I will say is, this is a hilarious yeah. Totally agree, Stephen Banky. Halal is humane rather. Well, it is compared to fox hunting, isn't it? But anyway, this is absolute quality. Clearly, this is been during the riots, and this is a brilliant interview where a guy. But anyway, this is a brilliant interview where a guy called Dave, clearly proper down the rabbit hole, and this interview is absolutely hilarious. Go get him.
I'm actually here to fight for this country. You know, these people, they're coming over, they're taking all of our jobs. Let's say I wanted to be a doctor. I couldn't be, could I?
Well, have you got a medical degree?
No. No, I didn't finish school, did I? No.
So hold a minute, Dave. Yeah. You've not got the chance to be a doctor because they're taking your jobs, even though you've not got a medical degree.
That's right. I don't stand a chance, do I?
But you didn't finish school.
No, but it's the principle of it. Let's say I wanted to be a doctor. I can't, can I?
You can't. Okay, so hold a minute, Dave. Yeah. So when did you finish school, Dave?
9th grade.
So what? Year 9.
Year 9, yeah.
So you're complaining that
I got chucked. I left. But
so hold a minute, David. You're complaining you can't become a doctor, but you didn't even finish year 9.
No, that's right. But it doesn't matter. It's the principle of it. It doesn't matter when I finish school or like whatever. Yeah. If I wanted to be a doctor, I couldn't.
Okay, so
you know why?
Why?
Because they've all got the jobs as doctors. Every bloody one of them. So, well, some of them are lawyers and Deliveroo people.
Okay, so you wouldn't consider being a Deliveroo driver or a taxi driver?
There.
Okay.
What do I want to do that for?
Cool. So, what does this represent?
Oh, this is hilarious. Comedic timing is absolutely hilarious. What he says to him here.
You've got your flag all over your face, mate. You look like you're wearing a hijab now.
This, you know what this represents? This here is the cross of St George. This is.
Everyone, this is St George's cross, apparently.
This is St George's cross, and you know what St George's cross means to people like me?
No, what?
Well, St George, he fought a dragon to save this country. That's right. Yeah. They don't teach that in schools nowadays, do they?
All right, Dave, just because you feel like we're taking all your jobs, I've got you a gift, okay?
Oh, what's that?
This is a hat.
Oh, a hat?
It's a hat you can put on your head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I love the way he just says, what's that? What are you doing with that? It looks like you're wearing a hijab. I just... Oh dear. Yeah, exactly. Scrolling grade 9 too, and I could go back and study if I wanted. Yeah, he chooses his path. Absolutely. Yeah, know what you mean. I would do the same, Liam. Come on. I say loosely, man with a flag. Yes. I want to be a brain surgeon, but because of those of them immigrants, I can't, and they stole my front teeth. Hello, don't hope you well, yeah, Dr. Dave. Yeah, don't be like Dave. Don't be an idiot. Yeah, exactly. Like, whose fault is that? Yeah, exactly. I always forget how bloody stupid the vast majority of our countrymen can be. Yeah. Yeah, totally agree. Number 3, he's assuming that there's a limited number of places. Yeah, no shortage of doctors there. Oh dear. Enough. I left school at 9. I want to be a doctor. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he's being blurred. Maybe to save his what little respect he had left, if he has any, but I don't know. It's yeah, I totally agree. Absolute gold. That's a good point, actually. I think he fought Margaret Thatcher, and we desperately need to invest in education. Unfortunately, Mad Monk, yes, this guy is for real. Yes, she was last of the dragons. He's vulnerable, to be blunt. Oh dear. They had to get start maiming themselves. If anything, he needs a doctor. Totally agree. Me, but I thought you'd enjoy this. I have to say, this is... I think this is another... I think this is a guy called David. And I think I remember putting... Yeah, I just put one.
I'm actually here to fight for this country.
Shut up, Dave.
Yeah.
But this is just another one of these lunatics who says something stupid, and you either start saying, yeah, that was a stupid thing I said, or you double down and basically just try and ride it out and just end up making yourself incredibly stupid. This is a guy talking about we shouldn't have gay policemen, apparently, or gay policemen on the front line.
I wouldn't put gay policemen out in the front line, but what I would do...
Wait, what?
I think... what's that?
You wouldn't put a gay police officer onto frontline service?
No, not with all the
Why
violence.
not?
Because I think gay guys being softer and...
How do you know that all gay guys are softer than straight guys,
No, I'm not
David?
saying all gay guys are softer.
Well,
but
then why are you saying
I
that gay
think-
guys shouldn't be on the front line?
No, what I'm saying, I'm speaking in general terms.
I know, but you're speaking nonsense. There's a gay guy here. He's a police officer. He's 6'3", and he'll crush you. I want them on the front line.
Yeah.
Right, so what's wrong with that? But if you're in charge of the police, you're not going to make that happen.
No, listen to me, Tom. He's 6'3", and he can use himself. That's what we need, Tom.
Yeah, okay, so this guy, right, he is built like a brick house, and he's massive. He also happens to be gay.
Yeah.
Are you going to put him on the front line or not?
No, yeah, well, at that size, I would put him on the front line.
Right, so you've undermined your policy.
Yeah,
Day one.
Well, let me put it this way. I don't think you'll get many gay guys who are 6'3", do you?
Why not? Why wouldn't you get many gay guys who are 6'3"?
I know
Well,
quite
you
a
don't
lot
get.
of
To
gay
be fair,
guys.
David, you don't get many guys who are 6'3", because it's not the average height, is
it? He clearly thinks that gay men have a different size and look, and what is he on about? I used to go into some pub in Bradford, and the guy behind the bar, was over 6 foot and built like a brick outhouse, and I can tell Tom wanted to say brick shit house. You can tell he desperately wanted to say that. And he was built like a brick outhouse. So clearly he doesn't know a right lot of gay men then, by the sounds of it. But anyway. We all love a bit of Daily Show with Jon Stewart. This is 3 minutes where this is just priceless. It's clearly where you could tell our Donald Trump, he's basically struggling to deal with the fact that he's no longer facing his running mate. And this is, if I could get away with doing the whole 18-minute of the sketch, I would do, but this is just 3 minutes of absolute hilarity. Enjoy, my friends.
We do make fun of Donald Trump occasionally. And with the ribbing and the joshing and the pulling the pants down and the pointing. But he is in pain right now.
Multiple sources tell the Washington Post Trump has grown increasingly upset about Harris's surging poll numbers.
Trump is, quote, complaining relentlessly. Posting multiple times on social media, clearly frustrated with Biden's decision to step aside, saying, quote, now we have to start all over again.
Not fair! Jesus! A month ago, he was basically already the president. He had cheated death, started a new ear accessory trend. Back then, people thought his VP selection was a smart choice. He had it all in the bag, and it was taken away. He was perfect on the beam. He nailed the dismount. He was walking to the podium to get his medal, and Romania files an inquiry at the last minute, right at the last minute. And they're just stealing it from him. And by the way, Romania, file all you want. You're not getting that medal back. Huh? You're not getting it back. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we have an inquiry. Yeah, good luck. But now, instead of enjoying the fruit of 6 years of Biden attacks, Trump's got to start all over again. And the audience has to literally sit through him getting up to speed.
There are numerous ways of saying her name. You can say Kamala, you can say Kamala. 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 Hey, Kamala.
Trump misspelled Harris's first name as Kamala.
I get Kamala. I get Kamala. Kamala? Judges, are we taking Kamala? Oh. Hope the Romanians don't have a problem with that. But you know what? I guess what Trump calls her isn't as important as figuring out what she is.
I don't know, is she Indian or is she black? She was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn, and she became a black person.
Just to be clear.
What am I gonna do with all my Indian ethnic slurs I was gonna use? It mostly involved turmeric and cumin. But she made a turn into black. He talks about it like she wandered into the wrong neighborhood. Like she was driving on the Upper West Side, and then boom, she's in Harlem.
Oh, he's done some absolute belting bits. Yeah. That was I watched this. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, some of your buddies are gay, but they don't tell you to protect your feelings. That's because they would all be bent over. That's his thinking. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mad Monk. I didn't know there were a height restriction for being gay. Yes. I'm gay for brothers, and I assure you, I've never backed out of a fight, and male models need to be over a certain height, and they're not all gay. Well said, my friend. Oh, dear. But yeah, he should tell that to a mate, ex-guard. Ex-guard, 6'6", and into his leather. He's also the president of our local gay motorcycle club and a copper. Yeah, absolutely. I reckon if Biden quit, this election was rigged. Yeah, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. You could tell what, and I get the feeling. One never knows, but I get the feeling it's looking likely that he's not going to win. He's either going to say that it was rigged because Biden quit when he shouldn't have done, and then he'll blame his running man, won't he? It's J.D. Vance's fault for being weird or whatever. Yeah, exactly, Steve Banky. China, and Obama. Oh, gold. I watched when she became a black person. Yeah, I watched a little bit of that interview where he's on stage. I just could watch it after about 20 minutes because I just found him incredibly. It's a horrible individual, isn't he? Absolutely stunned as us. He's actually an accordion player, but he wasn't well known. And yeah, he does have ridiculously small hands. Yeah, exactly. JD is creepy and weird. Oh, this is. Have any of you guys seen this guy? He turns up at Trump. These people who are dressed up as Trump, whatever, and he dresses up like them, and they think he's one of them, and then they can tell, and they suddenly realise that he isn't, and he starts changing words to famous songs to sort of like take the rise out of our orange one. And this one is Baba O'Reilly, if I remember rightly, by The Who. Love this song.
If he doesn't win this time, we're storming the Capitol, we're storming Applebee's, we're doing it all! Out here on the bridge, I troll all the libs! I put my back into a felon! We don't need to fight! Because we're white! Does anybody have ketchup I can put on my ear like Trump? Don't cry! Don't fade your eyes! It's only a mega life crisis!
Why don't you just fuck off? Like, why are you up here? Why are you up here?
Honey, sell the shirts! He's gotta come in last! Pull out the flags and sell them at Salvation Army! No touching, that's harassment! No political violence! The crazy people are near!
Hulk Hogan's let himself go a bit, hasn't he?
Let's get together before we get much dumber!
Just leave!
Don't touch me, that's no political violence!
Fucking leave! You're here for a problem, just fucking leave!
You guys are here for a problem, too! Let's storm Applebee's!
Why didn't you just
You're touching me! You're touching me!
touching you?
You're touching me! Whatever his face! You're touching me! Whole Halliburton's pissed, brother! Woo! Mega life crisis! Woo! You're touching me! That's a lawsuit! Come on! Show me! Hell yeah!
Why don't you guys just leave?
Mega life crisis! Oh, he's touching me! He wants to get third base! He wants to insurrect my rectum! Help me! Mega life crisis! Mega life crisis! Woo! Let's do it! You guys want to storm the Capitol again? Or we can storm Applebee's? because I have a right to be up here. It's called freedom of speech.
Fucking problems, man.
Just like you guys. Whole Halliburton is pissed, brother. Woo! Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Hell yeah! Harris 2024, baby! Hell yeah! Oh, he stepped on my foot! That's 20 grand, brother! He's gonna hit me with the leg drop and the big boot, brother!
Alright, man, because I'm Hulk Hogan, I got my 26-inch pythons with me, man.
Yeah. You got your 26-inch lawsuit coming.
Go get your fucking lawsuit.
Oh.
Come on, man, go get it.
Come on.
You want my picture? You
Smile.
got it. You want my name too, motherfucker? Huh?
Hey, I'm leaving.
Daily check out Professional Douche. That name sounds familiar. It does sound familiar. Very much possibly could have. Yeah, I'll keep it at a Storm Applebee's. Yeah, it's absolutely right, Tom. First wind-up merchant. Yeah, I understand what you mean, number 3. Watching people would be funny if it weren't so tragic. We had lunatics in high office. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, totally agree. Absolute brilliant piss taker. And he should have called it sexual harassment when they touched him just to trigger them. Absolutely, Harry Ballsack. Yes, he's got a brass ball sack. Yeah, not sure I would have done that. I think one of my favourite ones were there were a young lad who used to turn up to Trump rallies, and there were a bit of a sort of like, whether it was sort of like parade for, you know, to support the police, and he dressed up as an inflatable pig, calling them pigs, and it really got right under their skin, and so. But yeah, I love this guy. He just knows how to really trigger them, doesn't he? Gets them really under their skin. Brilliant. Oh. Cycles at a Trump rally. Yes. I commit myself to an insane asylum for a more sane environment. Yeah, I know what you mean. Simon says, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was Hulk Hogan without his meds. Yeah, that was supposed to do at a back the blue rally. Yeah. I thought I'd heard his name before. Yeah, I've seen him do a couple of stuff, you know, where they're trying to his way of I think one of his way of sort of like getting really under the skin, you know, and say, why are you stood next to me? Because I want to get close to you, and will you bend me over, and say stuff like that, and you just think, you've got some balls. Yeah, if it is, I think, yeah, back the blue rally, yeah, I remember that. Might have to look him up, see what he's up to, because he's just hilariously funny for a good giggle. We all know these guys. Yes. Shut up, everything is fine, according to the billionaires. According to the billionaires.
Welcome to Broken News. Everything is absolutely fine, and things should stay exactly as they are, according to a joint statement issued by the super rich today. In a surprise video address delivered exclusively to Broken News on a single-use golden laptop via private jet, a group of billionaires urged people to continue to watch reality TV, order Deliveroo, and fight amongst themselves, rather than spend a second investigating how neoliberal capitalism is working out for anyone other than the 1%. Our reporter has more.
Shut up or you'll spoil everything. That's the message today from the group calling themselves the lovely and innocent billionaires. Despite a cost of living crisis in the UK, political and social upheaval in the United States and war in Eastern Europe, the group says we should try not to ruin how good everything is for everyone. While life expectancy has fallen in developed nations for the first time in history, this powerful cabal of the super rich says that supporting humanity simply isn't cost effective. And it's better for us all if that money is spent on political lobbying and rockets that look like big fat cocks. They've urged us not to rise up. Instead, they said it's important for all of us to shout at talk radio hosts, call everyone a bigot, and use Twitter to try to get university lecturers sacked. Back to you.
Johnny, thank you. Well, Broken News tried to secure an interview with the shadowy group, but we were told, shouldn't you be holding a debate on trans women in bathrooms and how come comedians can't tell proper jokes anymore? A good point, well made. That's it from us. You're up to date.
Yes, a good point indeed. Yes, shouldn't they be talking more about trans and this and that? These two are brilliant. The guy who was doing the talk, I'm sure it was him I saw on The Chase. I think he did a bit on The Chase a few years ago. But yes. Yeah, this officer is touching me. Please don't touch me, officer, but you can touch me later. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Balls the size of medicine balls to be doing that, because not sure I can do it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I was in Withers in Newark. That Witherspoons. I went to the loo. They had a condom machine with inflatable sheep. Automatically correct inflatable sheep. I made my excuses and left. And so you should, Captain Bart Roberts. Totally agree. I had to rescue Shane McGowan from Elvis getting him drunk. He was due on stage at that time. Yes, and so you should. That was about 3/4 of an hour. I won't be getting back. I bet you won't. This is, let's have a good giggle, at the expense of our Nigel Farage. Because, again, this is the fantastic lyrical wax, where taking the rise out of our Nigel Farage because of his fantastic quick response to get to Clacton, to have a chat with the residents after the series of fires that they've had. But yeah, so much for showing concern. Yes, the political superhero Clacton man, absolutely Harry Bosack. Yes, shows how much concern he has for his constituency. I was a constant disappointment to my inflatable sheep. I kept letting her down. Ba-bum. That's not golden, that's golden. Ba-bum. Good evening, for Tom's. Don't ask me to pronounce that. That's too much for my Yorkshire twang. But good evening. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're well. But yes, nowhere to be seen for how many days? After all that, no, because let's be honest, it's not going to give him high attention. He can hardly. Not unless he can try and blame it all on an immigrant, I suppose, you know, like they did in the Great Fire of London that time, didn't they? You know, if it's not about blaming immigrants, it's up an image that I've never want to see again. Farage speed. Oh, did I say it right? Oh, that'll do. That's made my day. Yes, should be. I won't be here. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, Killer Morrisify. Killer Morrisify. If I said that wrong, I do apologise. Hope you're well. Yeah, exactly. I won't be there because I don't know if he's still turned up. And one thing I still heard that he still hasn't put up a surgery up there. Nobody knows where he's based, and they're trying to get in contact with what they call him, Reform. Say, where's his base? Yeah, absolutely, totally agree. Captain Bart Roberts, I bet he's claiming for the allowance for it, though. Yeah, you bet your bottom dollar he will be. But yeah, they've been trying to get in contact with him. Nowhere to be seen. As a damn immigrant from Sheffield. I went to Sheffield once when we played Sheffield United. I actually enjoyed it. Nice little stadium. It's about the same size of ours, really, or possibly a bit bigger. I'm glad I said it right, because one thing I don't like doing is saying names wrong, because I know names are important, but I'm glad the little red devil in The Young Ones, played by David Rappaport of Time Bandits fame. Oh, I've got that on DVD. Time Bandits, absolutely brilliant. Do you remember Billy Cursor? Do you remember Tiz Was? I always remember him doing Little Daddy. There's a brilliant sketch where he's dressed up like you know, I'll remember the wrestler Big Daddy. He called himself Little Daddy, and he says, right, I'm going to take on giant haystacks, and all it was a haystack. So you see David Rappaport just absolutely tearing it limb from limb, destroying it. It was just hilarious to watch. It was absolute quality, was David Rappaport, and that film, Time Bandit, absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Farage Clacton's Invisible Man. Yeah, I'm same as you, because Captain Bart Roberts, I quite enjoyed the day in Sheffield. It was I can't remember what the score was. I think it might have been a dour 0-0. But anyway. Yes, so I've heard, Genie Bottle. Hello, Genie Bottle, hope you're well. and yeah, I've heard it's now going to be a series. I'll watch that with a bit of avid interest. I think I might actually watch that, because I loved the film so much so I got it on DVD. And you know, for nostalgia. The only trouble is I've got nothing to play on it now. What a bell tap I am sometimes, but never mind. Pretty well pumped up, I can see. Yes. If they want to find it, they should check Company's House. Yes. Big fan of The Young Ones. Yeah, I love The Young Ones as well. They were top class. Absolutely brilliant. So, when I heard that Rick Mail passed away, I was gutted, because I always loved them. I even enjoyed Bottom as well. I'm not sure if it was as good as The Young Ones, but The Young Ones, absolutely brilliant. We've even got the series on them on DVD as well. Captain Pat Roberts. First time I saw Time Bandits, I was tripping balls. It was my girlfriend's birthday. Good evening, Ben Shaw. Hope you're very, very well. Hope you're well. Yeah. I might just be tempted myself to watch Time Bandits. Brought back good memories. Yeah. To be fair, I enjoyed Bottom as well. DW, they're pretty good. All this is us. We all love we all love Sir Michael Take, and I'm not going to watch this, but at the time when he was when she that's what had happened to her, which we saw earlier on. I said, Liz Truss ambushed by violent misogynists led by donkeys. There's no respect for national heroes anymore. These saboteurs must be arrested quickly by the police and given long prison sentences. It seemed Liz was so shocked she might have trickled down. Classic Sir Michael Take. Absolutely brilliant. Let's just sing together. Again, this is another one by, what they call him, Lyrical Wax.
We'll be blessed beneath the sign. So let us sing together, pray and we'll rejoice.
Brilliant as Lyrical Wax. Absolute genius. Yes. The Dangerous Brothers have a compilation of Dangerous Brothers. Yeah, I remember. They sound familiar. Was one of them a bit of a chubby lad with black hair, and the other one was a bit taller with bleached blonde hair, and they used to wear shorts and brown vests or something. Dangerous Brothers, yeah, they sound incredible. I didn't mind them have a compilation of there. Didn't know that, Captain Bart Roberts. I might have to have a little look out for them. I've been watching the new series. It's well done and slightly different. Films by Terry Gilliam are all great. Is it? Right. I might have to give that a watch then, definitely. Hello, Paula Wakefield. Hope you're very, very well. Good to see you. She was even wearing Lettuce Truss great. Yeah, once she just using Trump and Ferret Face Farage Looney Tunes playbook. That's not funny. For stamps, we answer back, oh yes it is. It'd have been better if they'd, like being in a circus. It's behind you. Yeah, let us pray and groovy baby. Perhaps they should do a crossover show of Bottom and Time Bandits, but I don't think Bottom Bandits get past the Woke Thought Police. No, definitely not. I don't think it will. Yeah, the sign of the time she was PM. Yeah. What it, Rick and Ed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of two others. Yeah. I might have to have a look at them. But yeah, Dangerous Brothers, they do sound incredible. From Benny Hill would work awesome for a walk. Absolutely. Totally agree. Well, fell in a grave, pissed in the rain. When Rick Mail died, the Times had a front page double headline about Michael Gove saying schools must teach pupils what it's like to be British, and the other was a big picture of Rick. Beautiful. Totally agree. Times has Truss been beaten by a lettuce now. Yes, we can safely say that's twice now. Oh, this is hilarious. Another one by Lyrical Wax. Mr. Starmer. Quite clearly they've written this, and it's hilariously funny. It's song parody by Lyrical Wax. Mr. Starmer. So I think you can guess what type of song it's from. It's hilariously funny.
When you grow up in a small town in Surrey.
Mr. Starmer, on policy, make it the cutest we did ever see. Say you'll undo this Brexit disaster, so we can wake up from this nightmare faster. Starmer, don't let us down. The country's run by a crooked clown. Show some spunk and set us free. Mr. Starmer, one policy.
Go on, get your lighters out there.
Mr. Starmer, one policy. Bypass the red wall and the TUC. You have to lead a progressive endeavour, 'cause Labour can't sit on the fence forever. Starmer, don't be afraid. We've got no rights left, we're losing our trade. They've trashed our democracy.
Don't want to say
Mr. Starmer, one policy. Mr. Starmer,
Yes.
one policy. Work with the Greens, Lib Dems and SNP. Do what it takes to oust these Tory fascists. First past the post that needs to be abolished. Mr. Starmer, some hope to hold. Why should we back you if you won't be bold? Enough of this flag shaggery. Mr. Starmer, bring us, please, 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 Mr. Starmer, one policy.
They think it's all over. It is now.
I'm just genius. If you're not following Lyrical Wax, please do. If you want to have a good giggle. Oh, no, nobody escapes. Nobody escapes them. Yeah, Charlie Browning stammer. But yeah, I totally agree, Captain Bart Roberts. A nude bozo is a bridge too far. Yes. Hope nobody was eating while watching that, you know. Oh, dear. Now, this is this is really, really interesting. Also, I was watching this today, and I just wanted to get your take on what, is it Rachel Maddow? Is that her name? I've forgotten her name now. But what she has to say is or a fridge too far, absolutely. Harry Bolsack. Now, this is very interesting what Rick had almost paralysed stage fright. So, have you ever watched any of them where they do the live shows for Bottom? I say my wife got a video of them on stage. My God, I never laughed so much. Absolutely hilarious. Hello, Slipper. How are you doing? yeah, I thought it might out. What should I say was quite interesting, and if it's true, it's quite frightening.
But I said there's a lot going on at the surface level in terms of donors and campaign positions and campaign strategy and the way they're behaving in public. There's a lot that is weird about this campaign thus far. But there is one last thing in terms of the weirdness of this campaign that I think is actually quite serious. You probably heard this weekend that Donald Trump told an audience on Friday night that if they vote for him this November, if he's voted back into office this November, they will never have to vote again. He told an audience on Friday to, quote, get out and vote just this time. He said after this time, quote, you won't have to do it anymore. You won't have to vote anymore. He said, quote, in 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good, and you're not going to have to vote. Now, this is not the first time Trump has told a campaign audience that they will never have to vote again once they vote him back in this time. And that is as alarming as it sounds for all the reasons that you immediately think it is, right? I mean, he's positing this like this is a happy thing. Oh, joy, never having the burden of voting again, right? The point of democracy is that we vote all the time, and we like it. That's how we decide what happens in our country. He's promising his followers that he'll end all of that. And it's exactly what you think it is. But let me also point out something more strange, which has been happening at the same time and it hasn't had as much attention. The day before Trump made those remarks on Friday, On Friday, he said, you're never going to have to vote again after you vote for me this one time. The day before that, on Thursday last week, he didn't say that people wouldn't have to vote anymore once he was elected this November. No, the day before that, on Thursday, he told his supporters, not that they're not going to have to vote again, but that they don't have to vote this time, that they don't need to vote for him this November.
My instruction, we don't need the votes. I have so many votes.
My instruction, we don't need the votes. I have so many votes. He said that on Thursday last week. And it turns out this is something, when you look, he says this all the time now. Watch.
My instruction, we don't need the votes. I have so many votes. We don't need votes. I tell my people, I don't need any votes. We got all the votes we need. I don't need votes. We don't need votes. We got more votes than anybody's ever had. You don't have to vote. Don't worry about voting. The voting, we got plenty of votes.
Don't worry about voting. Of all the weirdness around this campaign, this is a truly strange thing to tell people, right? Don't vote. I don't need your vote. I don't want your vote. I mean, all the surface level weirdness is, worth noting. Having a new position on literally anything you can think of as soon as any random rich guy tells you to. That's a weird thing. Picking the eccentric billionaire's intern for your running mate, even though you apparently had no idea who he was or what a disaster he is on television. All of this is weird. But telling voters, do not bother to vote for me. It doesn't matter if you do. I don't need your votes. That is a thing that should prick up your ears. Because what that means is that he doesn't think he needs to win the vote to win the election. He doesn't think he needs to win the election in order to take power. He thinks something other than votes is going to determine whether or not he gets back in the White House. At Rolling Stone today, they profile 70 different election officials who have been put into position in the swing states of Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania, who are election denialists, committed election denialists, officials that have been put in place in all of those swing states to make sure that election results, no matter what they are, do not get certified in those states this year. Quote, at least 22 of these election officials have already refused or delayed certification processes in recent elections. According to Democratic election lawyer Mark Elias, quote, I think we are going to see mass refusals to certify the election in November. Quote, Republicans are counting on not just that they can disrupt the election in big counties, they're counting on the fact that if they don't certify in several small counties, you can't certify statewide results. 70 officials in place across just the swing states. For all the surface level weird behavior and language and strange choices and incoherence and odd donors in the Republican campaign, the serious core at the heart of it is that they are not planning on the vote being counted as normal. They are not counting on the election results being tallied as normal. They are not counting on the vote. And in fact, Trump is now repeatedly saying the vote will not matter. He doesn't even want your vote. The Republicans are counting on the election results not being certified, thereby creating chaos in Washington around the results. Just like 2020, right? Just like January 6, 2021, except this time with no Mike Pence in the way and with Republican officials already in place in multiple states saying, yeah, you may not get any sort of official vote. The weirdness of this campaign is astonishing 99 days out. The dislocation from real campaigning, though, the dislocation from actually asking people for their votes, that means something. It means they are not trying to win this thing in a normal way. So 99 days out, as Democrats stand up what, by all accounts, looks like a juggernaut traditional campaign under Kamala Harris, are they prepared for this level of weirdness after the votes are cast? Are they ready for what's coming?
Interesting, eh? Yeah, totally agree, Billy Kershaw. That is freaking scary. Now, I don't know whether she's just fear-mongering. I don't know. Who knows? But if he's saying, I don't need votes, that's That is very, very, and it's not the first time I've heard about these judges being in the. Yeah, totally agree. Janie Bottle, yeah, does. Only a person he cares about is Trump, and it's just. And I've always found these people who barely haven't got a pot to pee in. These people who will run to the end of the earth for him. It's weird, isn't it? Really, really. Yeah, exactly. Number 3. I'm not. Why should we be really surprised? But listen to that now. We're talking nonsense, but if he's saying I don't need your votes, why is he saying that? Unless there's something going off. Now, that's a bit, but like as I say, yeah, but that is freaky scary. As I say, when I was watching that, I just watched with. Yeah, you very much probably could be right as well. Number 3, dark forces at work here too. Oh, this is, yes. And by the way, this is a man. If that happens, this is a man. The mathematical genius could be the next president.
Virtually 100% of the net job creation in the last year has gone to migrants. You know that? Most of the job creation has gone to migrants. In fact, I've heard that substantially more than beyond the number of 100%. It's a much higher number than that, but the government hasn't caught up with that yet. But virtually 100% of the net job creation in the last year has gone to migrants. You know that? Most of the job creation has gone to migrants. In fact, I've heard that substantially more than beyond the number of 100%. It's a much higher number than that, but the government hasn't caught up with that yet. But virtually,
yes, more than 100%. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not sure. I think he's just. Yeah, exactly. Stay on script, Donna. So it's more than 100% now. So more than 100% of the jobs have gone to migrants. It's just an absolute belt up in it. And there'll be, but you see half of these Trump supporters, they swallow it, don't they? I think a couple of weeks ago, watched a bit of a video of a group of them that swallowed that basically swallowed the notion that parents, once they've given birth, they put the baby down and then they abort the baby after it's been born. You think, yeah, I totally agree, Tone. I think Trump might be a distant relative of Dave, who left school in year 9. Totally agree. But yeah, he's just. What if there were AI sources of news that were factual and unbiased? Checks would still be required, of course. Yeah. Yeah. All this is quality. Put a bit of a smile on your face. This is, God bless. If you say who's your favourite person in a job, you want to put it as a traffic warden. But this traffic warden did basically, I think we need to salute him, because when Tommy 10 Names went into court, he slapped a parking ticket on his bus. Yes. Yes, all I can say is, yes, I can imagine he does love his job. But yeah, this is... Say, I do watch a couple of the American news, just out of interest and just see what you think. Yeah, absolutely, Harry Balsack. Yeah, the only time I'd buy a traffic warden a pint. Yes, me too. Yes. Well done, that young man. Totally agree. But we're talking about Kamala. She's bringing out... Well, I'll just let him explain it.
She's bringing out people who are not interested in voting for either Trump or Biden. So the entire electoral pool has changed. And if it continues in this direction, you have to start to consider Democrats winning the Senate and Democrats winning the House. The actual people who are participating, she's got intensity now. She's got an intensity advantage. She's got a demographic advantage. And I haven't seen anything like this happen in 30 days in my lifetime.
How big is that marginal extra voter that she's bringing in? I mean, how much does that change the pool?
1%, maybe 2%. That's it. But that's enough.
Right.
Can I just ask you, though, about the veracity, frankly, of the polls right now? Because you go back and look, and there was an interesting report yesterday showing that if you look at where Donald Trump was in terms of what the polling showed, this is back in 2016, undercounted. You go even in 2020, undercounted. And so, you start to think about the, margin of error situation where maybe she's up, 1 or 2%. But, is the...
No worries, Falafel. Have a lovely weekend and take care, my friend. Thanks for stopping by.
The Trump vote fully counted?
But that's why my process is not just to do the numbers. It's also to do the focus groups, to listen, to understand why people feel this way. And now my groups are broken up by young women saying, I'm not voting for him anymore. Make no mistake, there are 3 attributes, 3 components.
So you think it's a switch? It's not, because you just said, I'm not voting for them anymore. So you think they were voting for Donald Trump, and now they're voting for Harris?
The people who are undecided have all collapsed towards Harris. The people who are weak Trump have all collapsed towards undecided. It's this broad shift. I'm trying to do a focus group tonight with undecided voters under the age of 27 for a major news outlet. And I can't recruit young women to this because they don't exist as undecided voters. And you shift the demographics and you shift the entire outcome. There are issues, attributes, and the conditions of the country. The issues and conditions favor Donald Trump. He should be winning this election. But the attributes are so much in Harris's favor that he's not. That the very attributes that Trump offers, and the best example, you did the story on the UAW, why is Donald Trump saying publicly, I want to fire the same people that he's getting now, still getting, union members? It's ridiculous. It's as though he's lost control. And I know that there are billionaires who watch this show who are spending a lot of money on Donald Trump, and they don't understand why he's committing political suicide.
What can he do?
Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's like, yeah, I have to, yeah, totally agree. I would also wait to the VP debate, the couch versus the coach. That'll be interesting, anyway. TYT have balls to the walls t-shirts. Yeah, that, see, because I've been hearing, well, I won't say hearing a lot, but you sort of like see a lot, and people say a lot of stuff, and the people who are supposedly trying to run his campaign are getting frustrated because he won't stay on message. And he's not really helping himself, is he? So, I think this will be... I'll go back to... I haven't seen this one, but we've got to watch this guy again. I think the last one, I think it's... Yeah, shot through the ear, so something tells me it's going to be a Bon Jovi song.
Shot in the ear, but Trump still sucks. He made blood out of ketchup. Yeah, let's do this. Shot through the ear, but Trump still stinks. He made blood out touch us. That's assault. No political violence. Trump went on the Lolita Express. Him and Jeffrey Epstein are best of friends. Whoa! Trump hates the trans. All right, let's do this. Whoa! He still has no health plan. There's no health plan. Trump has no health plan. Shot in the ear, but Trump still sucks. He made blood out of ketchup. We're friends, right? Woo! No political violence. Let's do it. Whoa! Trump hates the trans. He has no health plan. There's no health plan. Shot in the ear, and Trump still sucks. He made blood out of ketchup. He hates the trans and brown people. Trump made blood out of ketchup. Woo! I could be here like you guys, right? Asshole. What'd you call me? No political violence. Come up here. Steve Buscemi over here is angry. What is this? Woo! What are you saying? Come on, Steve Buscemi, we can smile. No political violence. Hell yeah! Let's have a hug. No hug? Why do all the Trump people wear those Oakley sunglasses? Woo! Trump flew on the Lolita Express.
He's got balls. Oh dear. Yeah, exactly. This editorial on the inspired. Totally agree. I'm just wondering whether there's also that little bit of where he's basically holding up a mirror a little bit, showing them how ridiculous they are. Because they're just weird, you know. But who knows what you guys think. But I just find what he does hilariously funny. But anyway, I think we'll do one more, and as a bit of a
people who are not
let's be honest, this is just a bit of a lovely tale at the end. I thought I'd save it till the end because it's absolutely. I have to say, I watched it once and I basically struggled to keep my emotions in because it's just an absolutely beautiful. Yeah, exactly, Reagan. Like freedom of speech. It's only they only like freedom of speech when it suits them, doesn't it? And this is an absolute beautiful story about a teacher. Whether she's a retired teacher, where she's had to go in for an operation, and she receives this note, and it's absolutely beautiful. So if you the Mike Tyndall Trump mini pillow of the yeah, exactly. But this is a lovely story, and I watched it and I struggle to keep my emotions in check. But it's a lovely way to end, you know, and put a smile on everybody's face, set everybody up for the weekend.
I hope this letter finds you in good spirits as you recover. There are so many things I've wanted to say, and now, after all these years, I feel like the right time to finally share them with you. When I was your student, it's a student of mine. Mm-hmm. I was far from an easy one. I struggled with rules, as most of my kids did. I had little respect for authority, oh dear, and my grades reflected the turmoil. I have many students I was going through. It's safe to say I was on a path that could have led me anywhere, but where I am today. Yet in the midst of that chaos, you were there. You never gave up on me, even when I gave you every reason to. You spoke to the part of me that wanted to do better, to be better. And somehow, I'm so sorry, I don't... And somehow you saw potential where others only saw trouble. Goodness. Your words and actions were more than just a teacher doing her job. They were the lifeline I needed.
Wow. That's so sweet.
I'm so sorry. You didn't just teach me English or history. You taught me that I had value, that I had a future, and that I could be more than my circumstances. It's so it's so grammatically correct. And because of you, I dared to dream of something greater.
Good night, Simon says. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Because of me.
So sweet.
After high school, I set out on a journey that was as difficult as it was unexpected. I decided to become a doctor. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
And not just any doctor, a surgeon.
Oh gosh.
Well, that is good. The road was long, grueling, and full of challenges, as I'm sure it was. But I kept going because I remembered the way you believed in me when no one else did. I do. I wonder who this is.
Wow.
Your faith in me became the foundation of my determination, and it's what pushed me through the toughest moments. You know, you just, nobody ever says it to me, but it's so wonderful to hear that. Fast forward to today, and I'm writing to you, not just as Derek. Derek! Oh my God, I remember Derek, your former student, but as Dr. Derek. Oh my goodness, the surgeon who had the incredible honor of performing your life. Derek did this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Life has a way of coming full circle, and I can't help but marvel at the way our paths have crossed again. Where is he? You saved my life, Mrs. Chamberlain, in more ways than you know. You gave me hope when I had none, and now, as fate would have it, I had the chance to save yours. Oh my God. It was the greatest privilege of my career and perhaps of my life to be able to give back to the person who gave me so much. As you continue to recover, please know that the cost of your surgery has been covered in time. No! Oh my God!
Oh my gosh!
Oh, I was so concerned because I make teacher money, and
That's so amazing.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Where was I? Consider it a small token of my gratitude for the immense impact you've had on my life. This is the least I could do for someone who did so much for me.
Wow.
Thank you, Mrs. Chamberlain, for seeing the best in me even when I couldn't see it myself. He was a complicated young man. Your belief in me changed the course of my life, and I will forever be grateful, wishing you a swift and full recovery.
Wow.
With deepest respect and heartfelt thanks. Oh, Derek.
Oh my God.
Do you have any idea who he is? Derek! Derek! Oh my God, Derek! Derek! Oh, I'm so proud of you, Derek. I'm so proud of you.
It was you. It was you who made me who I am today.
Wow.
It was me. It was you.
Oh, Derek.
Something too much. You still gotta recover, okay? Are you okay? You doing all right?
I am. I'm much better. My heart is full of love. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Wow. Oof. Even now I'm still getting the old emotions. Oh, a little tear in me. That was just beautiful. I watched it twice, and I just, every time I Still getting a bit emotional. Yeah, exactly, Ruth Guthrie, lovely. And, you know, yeah, absolutely, Liam Vickerman. Mid-letter, she's correcting the grammar. Yeah, exactly, Ben Shaw. I make teacher money, and she just looks and sound like, you know, the sort of teacher you'd want to be and who you want to look up to. Yeah, absolutely, Caleb Morris. Yeah. I just thought it was a lovely way to finish the live stream, and hopefully puts a smile on your face, and hopefully over the last hour and nearly 2 hours. My God, ain't time flown? Well, it has for me anyway. I have a friend who's an elementary teacher in Texas. He makes next to and pours his own money back into books and clothes for the kids. Yeah. Hello, huge Jas. I think you've missed the whole show, unfortunately. But all I will say is, I don't think there's a dry eye in the house after watching that last one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But anyway, I just thought it was a lovely little bit of a human touch there. Finish off this live stream, and I just want to say thank you so much for. Yeah, exactly. You just fashionably late as usual, but never mind. Have a fantastic weekend, you Jas, and have a fantastic weekend, everybody else. Thanks for stopping by, and hopefully see you Monday. And take care, my friends. And thank you. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, you're going to set me off, Ginny Ball, please. Thank you for that. Means a lot to me. Right, then. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to say thank you for stopping by. And my God, I've just looked at my camera. I'm getting darker. The lighting in here is absolutely rank in here. But have a fantastic weekend. Take care, my friends. And hopefully see you in a couple of live streams later on.